Morning, everybody.
Morning.
Call the meeting to order. We have a quorum. I would take a motion to approve the agenda and the minutes.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes on the agenda.
Motion is there a second?
I'll second it.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. All right, Rich, how you doing this morning?
Good.
Good.
The weather, that's all we've got. We'll plow all day. Throw blades at the trucks. What the gravels look like tomorrow morning.
Yep.
Like we had mentioned, we don't want a whole lot of rock mixed in with it, plow it off. But if we do plow tomorrow, we'll probably try and not really wing it off the roads. And maybe if we do get rock, just keep it on the edges so we can pull that back in when it thaws out. So we'll see how that all plays out. See what this storm actually produces.
Supposed to melt in a couple days, so.
Yep, and so, yeah, with the weather, temperatures coming in, yeah, the road, everything's gonna turn slop now, and it always does. With it being so dry, maybe some of it will soak in.
Frost boils are coming already too.
Are they?
A little bit here and there.
So just a reminder, we've got 105 being let tomorrow through the DOT. We've got the 350th box culvert being let tomorrow through the DOT, and we got the 390th bridge, which is part of special funding being let tomorrow. So we got a lot of projects coming up being let tomorrow. So we'll know by the end of the day what the low bidders, the apparent low bidders are, and we'll see what the numbers come in like.
Okay.
So that's pretty much all I've got. I don't think I had anything else to discuss this week. Next week, Wednesday through Friday, I'll be gone.
There's a bridge in 390.
The one just west of the interstate between that and Wheelerwood.
Yeah, by Jeff there down there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, that one we tried to shore up there a couple years.
Yeah, and we did. It's just that it got to be the point
Yeah,
where it
it's
just needs to get replaced. So
Hopefully that'll be done. Bid deal comes in, will be done this summer.
yeah, depending on what the contractor decides, yeah,
Okay.
how they schedule that.
Good. And that's gonna be a bridge, not an.
Yeah, it'll be great.
Okay.
That's it?
So far, unless you guys got something, we've got a lot, getting through this letting is fine, but we've got a lot of stuff to start looking at as far as, we've got some of these smaller non-bridge related things to start looking at replacing and whatnot, so I'm gonna see how this summer works for.
The only other thing, any updates on safety
I haven't talked to
Okay.
them, I didn't call them
That's
last week, I was chasing my tail with.
deal with it at safety committee meeting too, because, yeah.
In case any of you guys, on Friday, I took the day and judged the engineering competition that was in St. Ansgar, so.
Yep.
I already told AJ that, he didn't believe me, so.
I told him it was Pinewood Derby.
He's done it before.
It's called Pinewood Derby, not engineering.
They still gotta engineer something. So no, that was a pretty good competition. I enjoyed doing that. Usually they do it on the President's Day holiday, but because of COVID, they pushed stuff back and gave kids more time. Sure. Usually it's not during the normal work day. If it matters to you, I'll take time off to do that. I was gonna take time off to do it. I like to do it. It's part of the community and it teaches these kids. And it's a really good thing. Some of these kids are pretty dang intelligent when it comes to doing some of this stuff. It's really neat to see.
Yep.
So if we keep them in STEM
Programs,
and stuff, that's really good.
always good to encourage the youth.
Yes, it is. That's good. They have programs for that stuff too. So.
Yep.
And dedicated teachers that put the time in. These kids, with the COVID and everything else, these kids really had to put they really had to plan for their out of school time, and it was challenging for them, but they all did really well. I mean, the project showed it, so.
Good to hear.
It's good. I think Northwood had 3 teams and St. Ansgar had 3 teams and Sumner Fredericksburg had 2. I mean, I
Cool.
think we had the total of, I don't even remember, I'm gonna be wrong. We had maybe 16 teams or so, maybe more than that.
Good. Good. No, it's a good deal, so.
Yeah.
No, just on that Grafton deal.
Yeah,
390th, I'll give Greg a call then.
I mean, they can keep it shaped up until, we get that machine out there. It's probably won't be that big of a Dura patch to put in there, just to louver it up until we get, the road programmed and then.
Yeah, Grafton had a couple water main breaks on 390th.
Okay.
Last year, it's been a couple of years, I think.
They've been patched and the rock just keeps getting, and it's
Right.
their maintenance, their holes, but
Yeah,
they don't have the means
but
to.
since it's scheduled to get paved maybe in the near future, Rich said, look, I just go through and put that Dura patch on it. just so it'll seal that rock in and
Should be good.
keep it there, and then if we pave the road, then it'll,
Then it'll be good,
Otherwise-
hopefully.
otherwise they're gonna waste money on patches on that stretch.
Right. Works.
We'll see if it can be band-aided and
Yep, so, okay. Drainage, here's we got
Just stamp warrants in for the beavers.
stamp warrant for beavers, and then, well, there's a gentleman that was trapping.
Yeah.
Yep. And lost 3 traps.
Oh, we lost 3 trips.
Yeah, a contractor was hired to, either tear out beaver dams or whatever, and took 3 of his traps with. So, wants reimbursement for those traps, $60. And then this, yeah, the other ones are same guy, Mark Ellerson,
Okay.
got bounty for the beavers, but didn't evidently his traps got destroyed when he was doing it, so.
Fund anyway.
Yeah, it's all the same.
I'll make a motion to approve the
Stamp
stamp warrants, I guess.
Okay, motion to approve stamp warrant.
I second the motion.
Okay, there's a second. Any other discussion? In favor, aye?
All right.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Stuff that over there. Go away. What's that? Yeah. Claims, no claims today. Special claims, I do have, reports, one auditor for $1,618 and sheriff for $4,500. Motion to approve the reports.
I make a motion to approve those claims reports.
I'll second it.
All right, there's a motion and a second. Oh, that's clerk of court, sorry. Clerk of court, thank you, Jackie. All right, there's a motion and a second to approve the reports. All in favor, aye?
All right.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion will carry. Okay, payroll eligibility, salary changes, we got 2 of them from secondary roads. Their 6-month probationary period is up, so they're increased $1 for Adam Mittag and Isaac Covey. Motion to approve the payroll or salary changes.
I make a motion to approve the salary changes.
Motions or second?
I'll second it.
Any other discussion? All in favor, aye?
All right.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion will carry. Fiscal year 22 employee salary changes. Oh, we discussed this at our last budget workshop. As far as increases for salary. I know everybody was kind of basing it on compensation board recommendations of around 3 or 3.5%. And due to budget restraints, we are going to increase all of hourly employees 2% across the board for everyone. So we'll need a motion to approve the salary changes for the hourly employees.
So the resolution can be a resolution, right?
Yeah, I believe it will be just a motion. Is all we need to do that
For now.
for now. Yep.
I'll make that motion.
Okay, there's a motion by Mark. Is there a second?
I'll second that motion.
Second, Enos. Any other discussion on it? Hearing none. All in favor, aye?
All right.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? All right, the motion will carry. compensation board recommendation. Compensation board met back in December and brought to us recommendations of 1% for the Board of Supervisors, 1% for the county attorney, 5% for sheriff, 3.5% for auditor, treasurer, and recorder. And we are just going to acknowledge these recommendations from the compensation board for the time being.
Make a motion to acknowledge comp board's recommendations.
I second the motion.
All right, there's a motion and a second to acknowledge the recommendations from the COP board. Any other discussion? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? All right, the motion will carry. And Jackie, were we gonna wait to approve the rest with our budget hearing? Is that correct? Okay, thought so.
Okay. Do the rest of your survey.
Yep.
At that time, yeah.
Okay. All right. Liquor license, I've got two of them. Diamond Joe Worth. And the Top of Iowa Welcome Center wine permit.
That's right.
Sell wine upstairs, right?
Yeah.
There, I've been told, I haven't been up there yet. But, all right, so I'll take a motion to approve the liquor license for Diamond Joe Worth and the liquor license for Top of Iowa Welcome Center.
I make a motion to approve both those licenses.
No, second.
All right, motion is second. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion will carry.
Sell by the bottle up there.
Did it?
I didn't think about that. I didn't think there was a wine bar up there, was it?
Unofficial.
They don't do tasty. do they? It's just, it's all Iowa wine, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or whatever it is. So it's not-
Yeah, she's been doing that for years.
Yeah. Been a while since we've been. So,
Okay. All right, safety committee discussion.
I just with Rich there, so you know,
I did run into a gentleman last week. Iowa Association of Municipal Utilities. They do a lot of work mainly with municipalities, training. They offer quite a bit of stuff. Like a lot of those municipalities are members of that group or whatever, and they offer tons of support behind it. It's kind of like our, ISAC type situation where you're part of it, you get some of this, options of some of this. Anyways, I asked him about safety training for the counties, if they ever did that. He said they do. So I talked with him a little bit, told him we'd be interested in maybe putting some pricing together or whatever they can to help us out to get us some more options or ideas.
Yep.
And then, so he looped me in an email with their safety coordinator, and they do have a lady in the area that does St. Ansgar and Charles City.
Perfect.
So she's up in this region, they got regional people, so they're fairly close by. So I'll make contact with him this week and just try to see if he can give us an idea what it would cost, because I know we were talking probably monthly for a while, like the first year.
Yep.
And then maybe jump into quarterly or
Right.
whatever.
that was-
Okay, and that's kind of what I explained to him, but I'll explain that to the actual safety guy. And just let him know that's what we'd be interested in, because I told him it would be all of our facilities for.
Gonna really need to go overall safety review probably to start with, and, do some training.
Yep. Then they can do walkthroughs of all the buildings, the shops, the offices, everything, and just tell them we got, is there stuff that even in anybody's office, there could be
Exactly.
trip hazards and
Yep.
all kinds of other stuff, so. But anyways, we'll see what we get out of them.
Good.
Put on with the rest. And we have our levy hearing at 9 o'clock, so we'll wait on that.
Okay.
Discussion on the TIF revenue stuff, doing a little more homework on that. We're gonna probably just wait till next week and bring that to the table again. Interchange, the deed, I think we're waiting on that to do a public hearing on that. Our pricing. And yeah, those two, because then we do it all at the same time. Did you hear anything back
I'll
from
get with, Kurt again today, so.
Vanguard? Okay. Yep, we keep bugging his ear and just see
Yeah,
if they've got, we just,
Yeah,
if they've done anything in the state, that they can just give us some rough numbers. We don't need a full-blown investigation, but if there's other development areas around.
we went, by it when he came in December, but we didn't. You know, we gotta look at the lots, and I've got it Tuesday, yeah, so I'll get something from him, so.
Give us a little guidance.
Yeah, like I said,
Yeah.
if they've done some others around, that would just, they could say, hey, this community
Yeah.
of 20,000 has this, whatever.
Well, we know what they pay for come and go lot, and we know, you know, Holiday Inn paid for that lot,
Yeah.
so. You know,
What did
that-
they pay? Any idea? Off the top of your head, you know,
I was thinking 550 for, don't quote me on this.
Yeah.
per
for-
square foot?
No,
No,
come and go for. the
total.
whole-
Oh, really?
I'm thinking that sticks out in my mind, don't quote me on that, but I can find out.
Wish I'd owned that junk.
We had about years ago.
Yeah, wow. Cause that's not, what is that? 2 acres, 3 acres?
Oh, I don't know if it's even that, if come go,
Yeah.
I don't know if there's an acre there.
Cause they own a lot to the,
Just barely
West.
over an acre if it was.
Oh, they own a lot to the
I
west.
own it, you know, an acre's pretty good size. so.
I can look all that up.
Alright, that ain't no big deal. I just,
Yeah.
if it's something you'd known.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, we'll push that off. Road vacation, we'll leave that out. Wonder if Betco, Melissa there?
It's here.
Not on the front page. Isn't it?
Um,
Proud today.
I know she had. No, I didn't talk to her last week, that was the week before. We are gonna be meeting with, her and I are gonna be meeting with Iowa Northern Railroad, tomorrow.
Okay.
Tomorrow afternoon,
Good luck.
to see what's going on, okay?
I heard you guys say something about lots.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you sent us that email.
Did,
Oh, that, yeah,
I forgot about,
It's okay.
no, that's fine, the, contractor,
well, we had 3 phone calls from the contractors about whether or not any of, you know, if anything would be available there to set a plant site on. And I said I'd have to check with you guys. We are, you know, the one contractor said, well, we, you know, is there anything there that we would create our own driveway off? We wouldn't even touch pavement and.
right,
And I said, well, I'd really leave it up to the board because it's all developed. Obviously, they would clean up after themselves and put it back to the existing conditions. I gave them options for some other spots in the area and mentioned something about the water tower location too. However, with that kind of,
I would rather see him use that
Right.
than that, I don't hate to turn down, I mean, this is something they're gonna pay us for.
well,
obviously.
and that was the thing too, whether they wanted to, whether we would let them use it or whether they'd have to pay to use it. I'm guessing that, I think when we let them use the water tower on the state line.
So
I
it's
think
it's
they
gonna be a
still-
numbers game, they're gonna have a
Be
cheaper
part of it,
bid, or
yeah.
if we tell them they're gonna pay rent, they're gonna raise their bid, so.
Well, and I mean, they've got, you know, there's competition going on because you've got a local contractor who has a plant there already.
Right there,
and so
yeah.
There's competition and if we're gonna open up a site for anybody, we should open it up to all. Now, we didn't put it in the plans that way and I've had 2 or 3 phone calls on it, so.
Jackie said there's contractors that have used the water tower area before,
Yeah, they did use
And
the
we
water
got-
tower area
and we
before,
got paid for it, so.
and so
I guess that would be my suggestion.
the difference is that you don't have to
I
run
would
that
like
heavy
that a lot
traffic.
better too.
The difference is when we were using it before, it was going north and it wasn't coming through with all this casino traffic. If you're gonna use the water tower site, now you're gonna be running that road with all that traffic, that if they came from the south, it'd be less traffic, but that's up to you guys. We can say no. And
What are your other spots that you got? besides
well,
the water
see,
tower?
what I mentioned to them is that there's the Diamond Joe investments or whatever. They have those lots just west of Come and Go now,
Right.
that if they talk, I gave them information on whether they could contact those people and see if they would let them rent there
Yeah.
for the time being, so.
That was
That, and I told them to contact possibly the fireworks people, depending on timing, that little corner there might be something,
If it's after the July thing, he might do that,
right?
you know, but.
So, yeah, we don't know schedule or anything like that, but if, you know, like, I gave them some other options there to talk to people and.
And if we let them go to that water tower and told them they couldn't go by the casino, they'd have to go west
Yeah,
and then back around to catch that. That's just. a long-
and then it's just,
long ways around.
and if they're paving from west to east, it just makes sense to be sitting right there at Wheelerwood and.
So they're gonna start, well.
Well, I'm just
They'll-
assuming,
they'll-
it
they'll
all
go down and
depends,
back,
it all
obviously.
depends where they, you know, maybe they find something closer, I don't.
Yeah.
They gotta haul all the aggregates in wherever they go,
So
so.
they need a fair sized area.
And right now, my guess is, without knowing exactly what they're gonna do, they're gonna throw a number into their bid. Just for renting some ground, if they haven't found anything ready, but I gave. You know, the contractors that called, they got the same information, so.
Either way, I mean, you know, it ties up that corner with a lot of traffic during, you know, I mean.
Right.
It'd be better if they could be a little bit to the west, then they wouldn't have to deal with the intersection.
You
there,
know,
so.
west of Cumberland would be better.
Yeah, I think so too, and there's, you know, if they could talk to the developers there, maybe they can, you know, it's kind of low ground if they got done, you know, sometimes instead of rent, there's other things that can happen.
They
Maybe
could,
a
yeah,
little
build
better
it up
site.
to a comparable level of the rest and maybe leave the driveway, make it
Right,
a permanent driveway. or,
so
you know.
my guess is it's not, you guys aren't really looking at allowing that, and that's fine,
Yeah,
that's
I
fine, we
hate
have
to-
that option.
No.
I guess, yeah, and then I hate to. Say, I wouldn't mind putting them up water tower, but then that traffic's just gonna be a pain.
I think, you know, I
Yeah, the
mean,
congestion in that corner already is,
Pretty busy some days.
and then during the summer months.
oh yeah, I don't like that, I mean, it's a spot, but there's no easy way to get through, with
Like
as
say
much
the-
traffic is going through there, it'll just be,
Mhm,
it's not a good idea.
no. Yeah, let them try to find something else, I
Okay.
guess, and that'd be the best, I think, and just our view, there's gotta be something around, somebody would.
Cause they were saying, let us
Yeah.
use, well, that seems like they wanted it for free, and I'm like, well, you
Seems
know,
like their wastewater site's not big enough.
that's not big enough.
That's what I
That's
thought.
not- No.
Yeah,
not for
even
what
if
they-
they had to.
I mean, maybe if the wastewater treatment plant wasn't there, it would be big enough to,
They have a lot of clearing in that corner, that triangle piece, and that wouldn't be much, would it?
No.
So.
you know, might be a way to get rid of that material if they find something close to say, you can
Right.
take all this crap out of here for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you need some fill material to build something up, we got some for free.
Yeah, get rid of it.
Mm-hmm.
So, but and when you guys said something about lots, that sparked my memory, right away. I gotta come down here and ask you guys
Yeah,
about it.
no, I forgot all about that.
Another thing too, Jackie just mentioned on here is that all that ground of the water tower area is rented.
Right,
Yeah.
we'd have to
So they'd
reimburse,
have to-
they'd have to work with him.
Reimburse and work with.
Right, and I think that's what happened last time,
Yeah.
was they had. I think they were renting it for hay ground or something
Yeah.
at that
It's
time.
pretty reasonable
Yeah,
rent, so,
so,
but I
yeah.
mean,
I know there were maybe issues when it was done, getting all cleaned back up again, because, you know, they do compact that soil pretty well, and there's a lot of rock that gets deposited around the area, so. But my guess is, depending on who gets it, they'll have to come back and negotiate something later.
okay.
Unless they contacted and got the information from somebody else that they can go ahead.
Yeah, let them look around a little.
We'll just leave I'll leave our industrial lots alone there, and,
Yeah,
I mean. they
we
can
got it,
ask
we just got them where we want them.
I know it, I know, I thought about the same thing.
It's like,
Well,
if it'd have been last year, death.
it kind of blocked the view if things did, you know, for the summer, if something did start to pop up, spring, you know, yeah, I'd prefer not to. It
Okay.
looks too
Even
nice
if we
there
get
right now.
really good interest and somebody comes and sees that and we say it's just temporary, it's still gonna.
Still kind of puts a, yeah, I would prefer not to.
Okay.
If we would get lucky and get one sold, somebody start building, then are they gonna deal with dust and dirt issues?
Well, yeah, depending on how the.
And then it's usually on the south in the summer and
Depends on how the timing and everything goes with projects and anybody else. that-
if it's a late summer deal, well. could be
Right.
a bit of grief, but
Okay.
okay. Well, thanks for checking on
Sorry to
that.
jump in on you there, but just kind of sparked my memory quick.
Let's see, people service still on there, I don't think they're on today though. Nothing I know of anyway. Okay. You'd have to contact them about their contract. So I'll call them this week. Jason Petersburg, I don't see him on there either, is he?
Nope.
Department head discussion. Anybody got any issues with COVID-19? I know we do need to have the discussion on the courthouse, I guess. 'Cause we extended our policy through March, correct?
Yes,
Right.
was it till like April 1 or whatever,
Yeah, I think, yeah, in the March or April 1st or whatever.
somewhere in there, AJ.
Yeah. I guess what I'd suggest to any department heads that are listening, think about this for the next week and we'll, make that decision next week at our meeting.
Lots change.
Yeah, see what everybody wants to do here. Like I say, we don't work here every day, so we'll kind of leave it up to the other elected officials to make that decision.
0% for cases in North County right now, so hopefully we can maintain. that.
Right, I did see that. That's good, fantastic.
One thing for me, it's not COVID related, but we do have CISA doing their remote penetration testing and evaluation this for the next 3-4 weeks.
That's cyber.
It satisfies the requirement from the Secretary of State's Office for
Okay.
Launch and Cybersecurity. So it's that we shouldn't have any interruptions, but you never know what happens when they start, trying to get into our system. So
So we can expect a few more funny emails too, or
possibly,
I
I can neither confirm nor deny.
delete.
delete yours. I don't even know if you send yours.
Good.
He's trying to trick me. I know he is. I delete.
I just wonder if they
I
got,
trained you
I
well.
wonder if they got the new guy. Because they got me right away when I started. How that?
No, he called me.
I called.
Yeah.
Well, you're on top of it.
Oh, yeah.
Good for
Yeah.
you.
He's my superstar this year. So
All right.
All right, okay, if nothing else with that, board appointments, I did get a volunteer from Danville Township for the planning and zoning.
Or the Board of Adjustment.
Board of
Zoning
Adjustment.
Board of Adjustment.
Yeah,
There you
Board
go.
of Adjustment,
Okay.
zoning Board of Adjustment. So I think I just gotta get him a application filled out, if that's correct,
Yep.
Jackie. I think I'll, grab one from Chelsea today then before I leave and get it to him and, it's actually one of our township trustees, Joe Thompson. He's one of the Danville trustees, so.
It's on the website, actually, Jackie just said, so.
Okay.
you can pass it
So
over.
we'll get him lined up with that and get that in and hopefully in the next week or two, we can appoint him.
Okay.
So one more off the list. Supervisor weekly, the clock's off, 9 o'clock almost, we'll wait on that stuff.
this is IT related.
Yep, I was gonna say, I have to make a call.
No, it might be above your pay grade there.
Yeah.
It's gonna take me at least a week to figure this out.
I got a few minutes. Let's do
That
supervisor.
is old technology, right?
Let's do supervisor weekly. Enos, what'd you have?
I had Partners for Children and we basically reviewed and approved contracts, but the biggest thing was the month of April coming up is Child Abuse Prevention Month, and they would like all Worth County employees to wear blue April 1st to raise awareness.
Let me see that chat.
And they're gonna send a letter to Jackie out so that we can put it on the agenda the last Monday in March to remind everybody in Worth County to wear blue
Okay.
Resolution.
April 1st. So
Yep, we usually do
Is
stuff.
there any
like
kind of
that.
resolution you want, like for supporting, we've done stuff like that in the
Yeah.
past,
Yeah.
and awareness of this,
maybe
maybe.
that's what you do, whatever.
We can, I mean,
Yeah,
I
we
didn't
can
know if
do it.
they had a suggestion.
I would imagine it's gonna come in that letter. They didn't
Okay.
they didn't say anything that day about a
Alright.
resolution or anything. They
Yeah,
just
but-
said, we're gonna send a letter to the
Yeah.
auditors and get it on the
Good.
agenda.
One that sticks out to me is the honeybee.
Yes, that was, I
Whatever,
whatever,
yeah.
that one, that's
Yeah.
one. Yeah,
Other than that-
proclamation.
Yeah.
Other than that, I sat in on the supervisors meeting. Picked up a lot of stuff on the American Rescue Plan, so.
Oh, from
Good. Okay, 9 o'clock.
Recess the regular session, please.
Okay, take a motion to or I will just recess
Just
the
recess.
regular meeting. And I would take a motion to open the public hearing on the max levy for fiscal year 2022.
I will make that motion.
Motion by Mark,
I'll second it.
second by Enos, roll call. Lowert,
Aye.
Smithy,
Aye.
Stone, aye. Okay, public hearing is open for the max levy for fiscal year 2022.
Okay, so that is basically, the only reason we have to do that is we're sticking with the same levy, rates, but the valuations are different, so that makes that percentage change. That was posted in the newspaper, and now we are having the public hearing.
Okay. So with the slight increase in taxes is what you're saying, your valuation is gonna go up with it.
No, the valuations changed.
Yeah, the valuation change means the tax change. Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
Okay.
Okay.
Is there any public on the Zoom meeting that would like to discuss the max levy? And was there anything that came through your office, Jackie, that you know of?
Nope.
I'll ask one more time if there's any public on the Zoom meeting that would like to discuss the max levy. All of our personnel is all the time.
I think you can close the public heaing.
All right, take a motion by Mark to close the public hearing. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Second by Enos. I'll do a roll call vote. Lowberg,
Aye.
Smithy,
Aye.
Stone, aye. Public hearing is closed. And I will reconvene our regular meeting.
Then a motion to approve the max levy.
Make a motion to approve the max levy.
There's a motion, is there a second?
I'll second the motion.
Okay, motion by Mark, second by Enos to approve the max levy. I'll do a roll call vote. Lowberg, maybe.
Aye.
Stone, aye. Motion will
Thank
pass.
you.
You.
Is that it, Jackie?
Yep.
Okay, are you gonna join us for the FEH meeting after a while?
I might bail on this one.
Okay, that's fine.
I'll be on enough of them.
Oh, you're on vacation, try to enjoy the rest of it, so.
Okay.
I got one more question for you though.
Sure.
The compensation acknowledgement.
Mm-hmm.
I need to sign this, I'm assuming.
Yeah, and I put different verbiage on there that you're just acknowledging it. So the one that's the clean copy versus the other one was my first run at it.
Okay,
If you see two of them.
okay, because I didn't know, are we gonna do a different sheet for what we decide then?
Yeah. Yep, that'll be later.
Okay, just want to double check on that, so. Other than that, I'm gonna put your paperwork back in the same mess I got it.
Okay, thanks.
Enjoy the rest of your vacation.
Yeah,
Travels.
thank you. Yeah, get rid of that snow by the time I'm gone, or by the time I'm back.
Might be a few days, it'll disappear in a hurry.
Should be rain.
Yeah.
All right, Mark, weekly report.
I really had nothing other than the budget workshops we did, so that's all I had last week.
Okay. And I didn't have anything either. Last week, just the workshops, but like I mentioned, we're gonna be meeting with Iowa Northern tomorrow. Maybe some discussion. I don't even know on what's going on down there, so hopefully maybe learn something tomorrow.
Good.
Looks like our next few weeks are pretty full.
Yeah.
Anybody else have any meetings that are coming up that we would, more than one of us would be at? I haven't been asked by anybody, so.
Did I hit everything?
Looks like it.
Okay.
Trying to get it all in there.
Yeah.
Keep it current.
Looks good.
Yeah.
We'll let you know.
Okay.
Try to let you know if something pops up.
Looks good to me, so.
Just remember, if there's any more than one of you somewhere, it needs to be posted. That's it.
We'll keep that in mind, so. I know tomorrow there won't be, it'll just be me, so.
Cool.
Okay, if not, nothing else, then I'll take a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Yes.
A second.
All right, motion a second, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
Aye. Meeting is adjourned.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Jackie.